Honourable member from Calgary Shepherd.
After 9 years of this NDP Liberal government, taxes are up, costs are up, crime is up, time is up, and now even excuses are up. The Prime Minister now admits he destroyed Canada's immigration system and the 150-year immigration consensus. He can't fix what he broke. He can't fix immigration. He can't fix housing or anything else right now because he's fighting his own caucus. So instead of blaming everyone else, including immigrants like myself, will he just admit that he shattered the immigration system and caused lasting damage to Canada's housing market, healthcare, and jobs?
The Honourable Minister for Immigration, Citizenship and Refugees.
Thank you, Monsieur le Président. Look, I was flabbergasted to hear the Leader of the Opposition's answer today, the most immature answer on immigration that I've ever heard. He's late to the game. He's so late to the game on this, he hasn't even come up with a slogan yet. So when he comes up with a slogan, perhaps we'll take the chance to respond. But what we propose is a plan for controlled migration. We're proud of it. It serves Canadians well.
The Honourable Member from Calgary Shepherd.
Thank you, Speaker. It's rich coming from that particular minister who called 24 Liberal MPs garbage because they're looking after their own careers and worried they're not going to make it. They're not going to be here after the next election because their own constituents are going to send them to the unemployment line. Now, this Prime Minister is reckless, and he even said it himself. He didn't get it right. He said it during his own press conference. He didn't get it right on immigration. He didn't get it right on housing. He can't get it right on the carbon tax. So, will the Prime Minister just admit that his flip-flop has destroyed the immigration system and accept his own personal failure?
The Honourable Minister for Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship.
What I said, Mr. Speaker, is that it's garbage to focus on anything other than the circus clown that he's supporting.
The Honourable Minister to please withdraw that comment. That was unparliamentary towards another member of Parliament.
Mr. Speaker, I withdraw the comment.
Thank you. The Honourable Member from Oxford.
After 9 years of the NDP Liberals, taxes are up, costs are up, crime is up, and chaos in our immigration system is also up. The Liberal NDP government has broken our world-class immigration system with their reckless policies. And today's immigration flip-flop is a massive admission of their own failures. The Prime Minister said that he didn't get the balance quite right. That's an understatement. That is clearly obvious with the state of our country today. Exactly. So will the Prime Minister admit that he broke Canada's consensus on immigration and call a carbon tax election now?
The Honourable Minister for Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship.
I'll have to put forward a plan instead of slogans. I haven't even heard the slogan on this because he's been so delinquent on coming up with any valid points to be made on the immigration system, the consensus of which is challenged. Let's hear him. Let's hear his plan. Let's even start hearing the slogan because we haven't heard it yet.
The Honourable Member from Oxford.
Mr. Speaker, they're trying to be firefighters when they're the ones that are causing the fires in the first place. That's right. We had a consensus on immigration in this country, and this incompetent Prime Minister broke it. Right. They ignored warnings from their own officials. They dropped police clearance certificates from their own background checks for temporary residents. They even told their own officials to skip vetting for temporary foreign workers. Wow. So there is no doubt that after 9 years, they have broken the consensus on immigration. Will they call a carbon tax election now so common sense Conservatives could clean up their mess?
The Honourable Minister for Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship.
Mr. Speaker, if the member opposite thinks that security certificates from the Modi government are reliable, he needs a little clearance too on top of his leader, who should probably get a better briefing on the national security of this country. Get the clearance, get the briefing, stop being a baby, and be responsible.
Order. Order. The Honourable Member for Bellechasse, Les Etchemins-Lévis. Mr. Speaker, There's chaos in immigration. Like in the Liberal caucus, this government broke the immigration system with the help of the Bloc that voted to keep the government in power. Let us remember that this coalition left Roxham Road open 1 year after the United States moved to close it. To govern well is to forecast well. Our government will bring back coherence, planification, and a common-sense Prime Minister. We want elections right now, Mr. Speaker. The Honourable Minister for Citizenship, Immigration and Refugees. Mr. Speaker, it's been full incoherence from the Leader of the Opposition, in fact. I would like to hear what the member has to say on her Francophone strategy outside of Quebec, because finally we've reached our target of 6% of Francophone permanent residents outside of Quebec will hit 10%. It'll be the first time in our history. They should be proud of it. They should support us on this matter. The Honourable Member for Bellechasse-les-Échemins-Lévis. I would like to remind everyone, everything has been broken by this government, and the Bloc Québécois voted almost 200 times to keep the government in power. Today, we've seen a desperate attempt from the Prime Minister to repair what he broke himself. Full confusion in the changes made to immigration, full incoherence and full improv from the Liberal government. Only a Conservative government could repair the immigration system and will repair the immigration system. Our message is clear. We want elections, and we want them now. The Honourable Minister for Immigration, Citizenship and Refugees. The Honourable Member decided to read off her page instead of answering my question. I would like to hear what the Conservative parties are planning, because they're not even mature enough. They haven't even thought an iota about the slogan on this matter. I would like to hear their plan. Our plan is reasonable and will control immigration in a reasonable way for Canada and Quebec for the next 3 years.